Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
To the Auburn Blitz, everybody, here on this Friday, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Sense Green, for air that's cool and clean, call in Sense Green.
They are the carrier experts
in the state of Alabama.
In the state of Alabama, and they're proud supporters of Auburn athletics, and we're glad to have them part of what we do here on the Auburn Blitz. Faith, a lot to talk about here on the program today. Some breaking news: Malcolm Simmons, as just maybe an hour or so ago, had his hearing, and his team applied for youthful offender. So waiting to see what the judge and all determines on that. Going to have our friend Travis Wisdom here, attorney that's also part of our program, and had been trying to get Travis on for a while, and plan to have him on here, this week, and then the hearing here on this morning with Malcolm, and then some NIL talk. So it's perfect timing to have an attorney on, and glad that Travis is going to make his way over here midway through the program to kind of give us a little bit more insight on that from a legal standpoint.
It's always better, like you say, to have the professionals do what they're supposed to do. And guess what? Travis is an attorney.
About that.
And so he's a professional and knows all those good things. And so, excited to hear from him. And we haven't seen him in a while. Good to catch up with him.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Travis. I know he's busy. He's busy in the Lake Martin area, on closings and stuff. That's one of the things that, attracted him to us and us to him, as far as getting the word out that he is up and running there in the Lake Martin area. So if you need closings or anything real estate wise there, he's available to help you on that kind of stuff. But we are live at Baumhauer's here. We appreciate the opportunity to come to our show here at Baumhauer's, and we're heading into football season. And we were at practice yesterday, Faith, and we saw a lot of really good things. And again, not perfect, but you're not going to be perfect at this point. Probably not going to be perfect during the season. But I do like what we saw yesterday from an energy standpoint. A couple of days ago, not so much. Coach Freeze talked about it, thought they kind of had a down day, and some decent things, but overall he didn't like the feel of practice. There was no way walking out of the complex yesterday you didn't feel like everybody gave 110. Now, we did see one guy that didn't give 110, and he got his butt chewed out pretty bad by Coach Freeze, and we'll just kind of leave it at that. But again, no toleration, and if you want to know why you might not get on the field, it's because of those things like that. It's not because you don't have the ability, but there's no toleration. There's too many people out there that'll take your spot that will go 110 if you're not willing to do it.
And I think another good point of that is that we have the depth in a lot of areas that if you are slacking, your spot is vulnerable, and you will be knocked down like that. And it's just how it is in this competitive league and on the competitive team, because again, we've got the depth. They've got all the guys that are going to be able to take care of that. And so if you're not willing to work, somebody else will.
I think we've been in a position, unfortunately, at Auburn where we've had our start. I'm not saying that they all have done this, but when the guy behind you is not going to take your spot and you're really the only, and again, it comes down to self-drive, self-motivation. You should want to go out there and push yourself and challenge yourself, but it's human nature to go, okay, that guy, it doesn't matter how bad I screw up, not taking my spot. So you may go out there and you may not be feeling it that day, and you might not give 100%. Mm-hmm. You can't do that with this team, like especially at cornerback. We were talking about Rayon Strader yesterday and how great he looked, and Jason and I were talking, and you were talking with several people, and we said, look, if that's your third string guy, my God, And I made a comment. I said, well, if he may not be third string for long, and it's like Jay said, well, he ain't beating Ken Lee or Jay Crawford out. I mean, so what is he going to do?
Right.
And so it's like true. I mean, but he's playing up to that level with those two guys, and we know how elite both of those guys are.
There's no question about it. I think there's also the aspect of how the weather has been a big factor, and I think a lot of this practice, and that has to deal with the energy levels. But there was no question Monday when I was there was significantly less energy and less enthusiasm than today or yesterday was.
Right.
And Monday it was raining, and so everybody was inside. But today or yesterday, it was just the coaches were really energetic too.
Oh, yeah. Is it ironic that I said to you, and I'll just say it on here, you and I were talking about that league going up to the complex. I told you, I said, look, I haven't really felt the intensity, maybe up to the level I was thinking when I was at Auburn, you know, and even with Terry Bowden and Tommy Tuberville, man, I was telling you how intense practices were every day, and Jimbo Fisher being there, and Coach Witt and some of the guys that were on those staffs, man. Good Lord, Rick Trickett, offensive line coach under Terry Bowden. I mean, it was some of them. I hate to say it was some of the most profane stuff I've ever heard at a practice, and you don't have to cuss to get your point across. I'm just saying there was a level of intensity every day at practice under those two head coaches that, you know, and I'm not saying that we haven't seen that. We did see it. It's kind of like we walked up and I went, okay, here it is, because we're talking about the defensive line when they were in individuals, man. I don't know that you could get higher energy than that.
Also, part of it is the fact that then the time that you're talking about, you did have to work and earn your spot, because that was just the time it was. Now you can go and you can leave if you're not getting what you want, and you can just, whatever it is, just pick up and leave. And so it's very different now, and incorporating that mentality of everybody isn't just given this opportunity and just has this right in front of them working for it is really important. And I hope that that's what Coach Freeze is reminding them of going into his third year, that this is a blessing to be here.
And he said that.
But you still have to work hard to maintain that. And Cameron King having his walk on to getting a scholarship, hopefully that's changed the mentality of all of this, I hope.
You know, we said that earlier in the week that, you know, those are special moments. They still exist in college athletics, not as many as we used to see, but that's what college athletics is all about. A kid that comes, doesn't have any scholarship money, but shows up to practice every day and busts their rear end to try to compete and try to earn something. And then they get rewarded with that opportunity. And Kirby Smart said it. You said it earlier in the week at media days. He said, I don't know how much longer we're going to have these opportunities in college athletics with the structure and the roster the way it is. You're just not going to be able to have walk-ons anymore. And it's a sad, dying part of the game that we all love. And I think I kind of went on like a 10-minute deal on the podcast about that's what's made all of us so sick about college football, is that Georgia does have a lot of examples. Auburn has examples of guys that walked on that really rose up and became really good football players at Auburn. And if you take that aspect of it away, then you really have kind of put the nail in the coffin that this isn't really about college or amateurism anymore. It's all about, and we know it's a business, but it's really, that's what you're really focusing on at that point.
There's nothing more disheartening, especially seeing that some people, I don't want to say don't care, but are taking their opportunities for granted, when there are people that really could use the scholarship.
There's no doubt.
There have been good benefits to it, and then there have been the downside that I think has been shown maybe a little bit more than some of the other positive parts. But yeah, practice was good. We saw a lot of different groups, and a few of just not too much of the 11 on 11. But
we did get to see like a mini scrimmage, but didn't get today's the real scrimmage. So again, we're gonna try to get some information like everybody is for you out there, and kind of what comes out of that. Gonna go like 30 plays with the ones, 30 with the twos, and then maybe a 20 to 25 plays with the threes, let them get the reps in.
Yeah, yesterday with the offensive line, we didn't see too much of the actual starting offensive line. There was a lot of
moving.
We talked about on the podcast because of the injuries and what's happened in the past, how there's been a bunch of shifting and moving around on the line. So we saw just a bunch of different people in still their same positioning, but it wasn't them moving around. So I don't, if that was for, maybe an accident or an injury or something like that, if that was what that was for. But there you could definitely see a few of the holes where this isn't the guy there is not the starter.
Right. Oh, and they want to put that, they want to put them in that situation to see, again, do you have a true backup at that position? Like if your guard goes down, Dylan Wade goes down, are you going to put, whoever the number 2 guy is in there instead of having to slide the right guard over to the left guard and then move a tackle over? I mean, you just, instead of sliding people around, you got true depth that you build up. I think DeAndre Carter is a guy that's the backup behind Dylan Wade. So, all right, John said, sounds like y'all are at the first day of school activities in the background. Yeah, we're out here on the patio at Baumhauer's, and we're glad to be here on location today. And so we like to be here when there's a lot of people, because that's what our business, we want all of our businesses that we're part of to do well, like Faith said. So, hey, we're up against the first break of the show, but don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby Sauce box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Runner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Everyone to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left in our show today. Brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation.
And Cincy Green for air that's cool and clean. Call on Cincy Green.
It's not too cool out here, but it's not bad. It feels pretty good.
It feels really good, actually.
Yeah.
I think I was warmer last time than I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, when the breeze blows, it's really, really nice out here. Let's come out to Baumhauer's and join us at Jason Caldwell. Going to join us here in just a little bit, so he's going to jump on with us. And looking forward to having Jason with us. And, then, of course, Travis Wisdom will be on, attorney, a little bit later on, and talk to him about some of the things that we, discussed about Malcolm and what the youthful offender and kind of his experience with that and what that means and kind of where you're going to go from here. And then some NIL issues, obviously, that are going on in the world of college athletics, get his take on that as far as contractual things, maybe moving in that direction with college athletes, what all that would look like from an attorney standpoint if you start having these athletes sign contracts.
Remember when we thought that August 1st there was going to be a big turnover and a big roaring change of events?
I'm not sure.
But
we were all convinced. Yeah, we weren't.
August 8th.
Okay, let's just be honest. What did you and I do when we heard that back in early July? What did you and I say off the air? Did we really think August 1 was going to be this major, everything's just going to come flowing now? And, I think somebody asked Coach Freeze that in the last press conference the other day. That he, right after practice, they said, well, what about this August 1st? And then he kind of gave some kind of ring around the rosy answer and said didn't know really kind of like playing. Did he say it's kind of like playing poker or something? I don't know. I can't remember what he referenced it to. But the short answer to that is nothing's really happened.
Yeah. No, nothing has happened yet. So are we shocked at all?
No, not shocked at all.
I just think it's funny that we really thought there was going to be a big change in terms of events, and lo and behold,
tomorrow's a big day. Jace Matthews will commit somewhere. Hopefully Auburn need a big spark in recruiting now that you brought it up. And Jace Matthews has been a guy that Auburn has stayed on relentlessly. Of course, Auburn has stayed on several guys relentlessly, and it hasn't come to fruition. But the two guys that we're watching, Jace Matthews and Braylon Womack, if Auburn were to land those two guys here in this month, really a big boost for them heading into the season. And then you're looking at maybe 8 more guys you're going to try to sign in this class or get a commitment from, so you can be a little bit more selective. I think those two guys will vault Auburn up the rankings, maybe 30 spots possibly.
Oh, before it was 20. Now you think it's 30.
I think we could probably go up 30 just as high as Braylon Womack is ranked by everybody.
Okay.
So, I mean, and again,
Braylon's the 28th?
I think he's 28th. Yeah. He's the number one safety in the country. Ohio State wants him badly. Mike, I know we're battling through some streaming issues here. We're doing the best we can. It's out of our control. Let me just say that. There's some things in life you can control and some things you can't control. And the stream here at Bum Hours is out of our control. We told Tud, he knows it. So they're going to try to get that worked out at some point in time. I don't know when that'll be, but at some point in time. But yeah, we need to get those two guys committed, and looking forward to seeing how that plays out. But we'll watch Jace Matthews this weekend and see how that goes. And Auburn needs some momentum in recruiting. That's for sure. So, again, John said, when is the update coming about Malcolm Simmons? Maybe I misunderstood. Well, again, I gave you the only information we have, that they filed for youthful offender, and that the judge said they didn't know if that would be determined today or not. So I don't know if they're still discussing that and going to release that later.
Maybe in Travis will give us a better
maybe how long that could go. Yeah,
youthful offender and how long that might take. So really looking forward to hearing Travis and getting on here to get a good update.
Yeah, I'm with you. Again, glad to have Wisdom Law associated with our programming. It's always good to know a good attorney.
No kidding.
I'm just saying. So if you need legal work, Travis Wisdom is you need to contact. We appreciate him so very much, and glad that he'll be on. Yeah. And I'm sure he'll be on with us some throughout the fall as we head down this NIL path. I mean, and all this stuff. I'm really interested to hear about the youthful offender thing, but I'm interested to hear his take on contracts and what that means, what that will look like for college sports. And because I know we're heading down that path. Let's just be honest about it. It's coming, and we know it's coming. So we'll kind of see how it all plays out. But we're going to go ahead and take another break here on the program. When we come back, we'll have Jason Caldwell with us. And Jason just arrived, so we'll get some takes from him, what he's seen a little bit at practice, and kind of his thoughts on maybe what we expect to hear out of the scrimmage coming up today. So everybody stay tuned. A lot more to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensi Green and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event. Auburn Blitz halfway through our program, as I was corrected, like I am most of the time.
Well, I didn't know for sure.
No, but you were right. I don't know what I was thinking, but we are halfway through our program. Glad to have Jason Caldwell with us. Jason, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to be here in live and in person. I do get to see you a little bit more now than we used to, but in person.
Yeah, we're glad to be up there with you guys, and we do want to talk about Pepper Steaks and Wine, which is just literally right over the hill from where we are here at Bomb Hour. And if you see Faith talk wine, you know how good their food is. I go on it all the time. Great wine selection, great food. Excited. We're going to be announcing something with them here a little bit later on, so we'll keep that under wraps for now. But go check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine right here in Auburn or in Pepper Tree in Montgomery. Jason, you like Pepper Tree too, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff.
It is good stuff. Well, look, Jason, you and I and Faith were talking before we came back for TV. Really impressive practice yesterday. Maybe the best one so far.
Yeah, when you get to see a full day you kind of get a little bit more of a taste. But even then, you try to caution folks that it's just one glimpse of the entire camp. And so we saw yesterday where the defense had the upper hand, and I talked to some folks who said that, look, the day before the offense had several big runs, did some things offensively. That's what you want. You want a back and forth. And we talked to a couple of folks who said, look, that's what it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be a back and forth. You have a day, we have a day. What you don't want is one side dominating. The whole time. That this is not camp and you're going in a red zone drill. You're not scheming against the defense. You're running the offense.
Right.
And so sometimes there's going to be, when you get into a season, you're going to scheme against the defense and you're going to go, hey, if that's not here, this is here, this is here. This is what we're doing. In camp, you're going, hey, let's execute this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you can see talent level. All those things are apparent. Can you make the few plays that you need to do to go from 5 to 8 or 9? That's what we'll see and we'll find out. But I think this is a better overall team than we've seen the last few years.
I was just about to say, going into this season, and we're getting closer and closer from the past years that you've covered. Where do you see this Auburn team in relation to the past ones, or especially the past 2 years with you?
No, yeah, it's not close. I don't think it's close to. 2019 is probably the closest thing, but I think this team is. I think this roster is more like 2017, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I think offensive line wise, the depth on the offensive line. To me, it feels more like 2017 than 2019. And Jared Stidham came in. Even that offensive line struggled a little bit early, and then you go, man, they kind of found their rhythm. But I think from a talent standpoint, to me, this is the best roster in 8 years.
I totally agree, and Faith and I talked about this, and I think you and Nathan did too. Yesterday, Jackson Arnold really looks like he's comfortable now. I mean, we can talk about all these quarterbacks, but obviously Hugh Freeze coming right out of spring, naming Jackson Arnold immediately, and I love that because it takes all the ambiguity out, kind of gets some consistency in the summer, building into fall. But I told Faith yesterday, we were watching, I said, guy looks like he's in control now, looks like a guy that's been here for eight months, and it looks like he's got a good handle on the offense.
I think the key, and something that Freeze mentioned maybe last week, but to me the key is that this is the first time in a while where you don't have to try to do too much. You can just play, all right, hey, let's make the correct call. And it almost reminds me a little bit of watching Scotty Scheffler play golf, where you're going, you don't have to do anything spectacular. Just do what you're supposed to do. But in football, the difference is now you've got an Eric Singleton. We saw the pieces at times last year.
Right.
But it wasn't a complete package. And so because of that, I think everybody felt like we got to do more. I don't think this team has to do more. And so I think because of that, I think if you just make the correct decisions, to me, can you make the correct decisions? Can you stay healthy? Can you avoid the catastrophic mistake? And last year we saw catastrophic mistakes cost you probably 3 games.
Right.
So you do those things, people will talk about red zone, they'll do those things. Yeah, you got to be better in it. Can you avoid catastrophic mistakes, and can you make the plays that are there? You do that, and this is a much.
No, I think in comparison to the past couple of years and just seeing the way that the offense has actually now, I feel, adapted in a sense with the quarterback, where now it's not so much of an outlier kind of issue, which I don't know if that's the right way to word it, but that's where it looks to be the mental connection between you, especially that just in the past couple of weeks, you can actually see the progression and the growth between everybody. And, Deuce Knight looks like he's balling out there too.
Yeah, no, I think you got 3 quarterbacks you can win with.
Yeah.
Maybe different ways you can do it. And all 3 quarterbacks, I think something you touched on a little bit, alluded to, but this is year 2 in this system.
Right.
Year 1 was kind of a mixed bag, and Hugh Freeze trying to figure. I mean, every
go with what you have.
Well, every sport too, you're trying to figure out how does it work. How does this? At times, you got to do these things. I think for Hugh Freeze, it was like, no, that's not the way this thing's going to have to work. I'm going to have to run my offense. So this is year 2 of this is it. This is what it is. I think that's a big deal. Just like it's year 2 of DJ Durkin, you can see even the newcomers, they pick up things faster because the other guys know it. I think the same thing works on offense. I think it's the same thing. We're like, look, the guys around it know it. They can help you learn it as we're all moving on.
Right.
We've seen a lot of Auburn football teams, Jason. Is this the best secondary collectively as a group that you've ever seen at Auburn? Now, I know we've had some good ones. I mean, you can go back to Carlos Rogers and you can do all that. But to me, depth-wise, and Coach Freeze talked about that, I mean, we said Rayon Strader would start for most anybody else. He's the third guy. I mean, if you got a guy like that's your third guy, you're in pretty good shape.
I think from a number standpoint, if you're talking about 12, 14 guys in the secondary, I don't think there's been a team I can remember that matches up to that. Now, I think back to 93, 94.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When you think about groups when there wasn't a ton of depth, but those think about
Chris Shelling.
Think about those guys. You think about Calvin Jackson on the other side, Brian Robinson at safety. To me, that's almost. I mean, there's been some good ones. That's kind of my gold standard group of guys.
Sure.
But I think this one, from a number standpoint, where you're going, if something happens here, what do you do here? I mean, like you started getting down to Rayon Strader. You mentioned Rashawn Pleasant is a guy there. I think Blake Woodby and Donovan Starr are both pretty good. You could Champ Anthony's the guy that can go back to corner. I mean, you're like that's 7 guys, and then you look at the safety position. There's probably 8 or 9 guys back there, and so that's probably the key for me. But Jay Crawford has probably been the best player in camp, in my opinion. I think he's been that good, physical. And I asked him yesterday when he walked off the field, like, are you going to let anybody catch a pass? He goes, nope, not going to. That's the attitude you got to have.
I love it. I mean, we've been talking about it. Those 2 elite groups going at each other during practice every day only makes them stronger. And when you get in a game, it's going to be like, okay, I see better in practice. That's how you got a good team. Well, Jason, we appreciate it, brother. Thank you for stopping by. I know we don't have any info on scrimmage yet. So
hopefully sometime this afternoon we'll be able to get a little bit. We knew this was going to be a closed off scrimmage type. This first one, usually, hey, put it behind closed doors, see what you can figure out, especially from a young guy standpoint. This is kind of that proving ground where you go, hey, can we depend on that guy now to move him forward? So a lot of that, but hopefully we'll get some information later this afternoon.
Appreciate all you guys do it 24/7. Y'all do a great job.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to go to break. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dable, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Back everyone to the Auburn Blitz here live on location at Baumhauer's. Our program brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Cincy Green, for air that's cool and clean. Call on Cincy Green.
Like the highlight of the show for her to talk about Cincy Green.
I can see why.
She her smile brightens up. Travis Wisdom, everybody. Glad to have Travis with us, part of our program, a big-time partner here with us on the Auburn Blitz. If you need an attorney in the Auburn or the Lake Martin area or wherever, Travis will come to the rescue, right?
That's correct. So we're happy to help with a wide range of legal needs. We do a lot of real estate, general litigation, business contracts, civil disputes, whatever you may need.
We're glad to have you here, Travis, and a lot of things legally going on in the world of sports. Namely, Malcolm Simmons had a hearing today. It was supposed to be on the 13th. It got bumped up to the 8th, which is today. Talk about that. His defense team applied for youthful offenders. So kind of just tell everybody what that means.
So Malcolm is charged with domestic assault with strangulation. That's a Class B felony in the state of Alabama. That can be punished up from 2 years to 20 years in prison, no more than a $30,000 fine. So it's a serious offense, serious charge. When a violator is under the age of 21 in the state of Alabama, he can apply for what's known as a youthful offender status. The court has to approve this, and to do that, they simply confirm, of course, that he's meeting the age requirement. In this case, Malcolm is 20. Then they're going to look back at Malcolm's previous criminal history. If he has prior offenses, the court has the right to deny him this status. Malcolm will have to agree to waive his rights to a jury trial. He'll have to meet with a probation officer that will do a little bit of a deep dive into the facts and circumstances surrounding the alleged criminal violation and any background factors that may have contributed to that. And then the probation officer essentially gives a recommendation to the court and the judge as to whether they believe the youthful offender should be applied in this case, and if it will lead to a proper rehabilitation of the accused. So the legislature enacted this youthful offender status to give young people a second chance that may, violate the provisions of the criminal law.
Travis, nothing has been determined yet. According to the last things we heard, how long can it take for a judge to determine if they're going to grant that or not?
It can be, it could be up to a month. I would say. I think you'll hear quicker in this case. The other benefit of the youthful offender status from Malcolm in this case is once the judge does grant that, all the records will be sealed. So the testimony in the case, the witnesses in the case, all their identities will be protected. The facts and circumstances will be protected from public view. Probably a reason the university, in conjunction with Malcolm's lawyers, made this move. It'll sort of keep things tight-lipped. So that can be a benefit to a young person as well. The records are ultimately sealed. It doesn't mean that the state can't reopen them if he's ever charged with another criminal violation in the state of Alabama, but it does mean that the facts, circumstances, the rulings can be sealed from public view. And when it comes to a collegiate athlete, that's going to be important because the media, as you know, not you guys, but the other media would love to, print as much as they can about the facts and circumstances in a case like this. And then the final thing youthful offender does is, I mentioned earlier, as a Class B felony, it does carry a sentence of 2 to 20 years. If you get the youthful offender status, the maximum sentencing drops to 3, and it can be less. So Malcolm could end up with paying a fine, doing community service, serving several months of probation. The judge could grant him youthful offender status and still sentence him to 3 years in prison. So it's really
still serious.
Very serious. Domestic assault is no laughing matter in this state. The legislature has made clear they want these violators prosecuted. But there could be plenty of facts and circumstances in this case we don't know, that could exonerate Malcolm or maybe explain some of the occurrences a little bit better.
So let me ask a question. A lot of people were wondering why Auburn was not releasing a statement basically immediately after everything happened, or addressing the fact that maybe he's going to miss practice, maybe he's not going to be there. What is the legal reasons, I guess, behind it? Because Hugh told us that that they received from Auburn administration that he was able to practice and left it at that. Is there anything?
The first thing I advise my clients to do with regard to the media and really members of the public is shut up. Until all the facts, until all the circumstances are known, you don't want to jump out there and make comments about the way you think it's going to go too quickly. I'm sure that Malcolm's legal team, who I know, are telling the university, let us handle the law. If you need to discipline Malcolm internally as part of Auburn athletics, you can do so. but keep that inside the walls of the Auburn Athletic Department. We'll handle the legal process outside the walls of the Auburn Athletic Department. Witnesses pop up late. Certain witnesses can be found to have lied to the police in the initial reports. There's just too much I've seen over 25 years of law practice where anybody outside of the lead attorney needs to be making, broad brush statements about what's going to happen in any particular case. So
that's good information because, again, everybody doesn't need to know everything and shouldn't know everything about what's going on. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Our last break, we're going to get Travis to hang with us again. We've still got some stuff we want to talk to him about, but everybody stay tuned. One final segment coming up right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bank Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
At Majestic Caverns, we believe in the power of unforgettable experiences. At a cool 60 degrees year-round, America's most historic caverns guarantees an enjoyable escape. But it doesn't stop there. With over 20 above-ground attractions, including 5 new ones this year, and our Cave Cafe, which offers delicious drinks and plenty of food options. And don't miss our exciting event, Libertas. On June 29th, July 6th, and July 13th, enjoy live entertainment and much more. At Majestic Caverns, your unforgettable adventure awaits.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment here on the Wisdom. Attorney at law here with us, part of our program, and glad that he's a partner with us here on the Auburn Blitz. And it was a great day to have Travis on with Malcolm's hearing. And again, if you're just tuning this in, you can come back and watch the replay of it and kind of hear what Travis talked about as far as the legal side for both parties involved and everything. So really, really good information, Travis. We appreciate that. On the NIL side, and thank God we ain't got much time left in the show because we're sick and tired of talking about it. But I think you deal with contracts, obviously, as an attorney. We see this going down this path sooner than later, I think, with the way college athletics, especially college football is. What's your take? What's that look like when we start having athletes sign contracts at that point?
It's going to be just almost identical to professional sports. The House settlement that everybody's heard about, it basically changed 3 things. It said, obviously, number one, the universities can now share their own revenue up to a cap. And they don't. So that's interesting. But 20.5 million this year. There'll be 4% kick-ups every year after that, and that's a true revenue share where the university takes money that they're getting from their media rights or ticket sales and can disperse it how they see fit to the sports or to the athletes. The second is the House settlement really reined in what I call booster involvement or the collectives. They've basically put hard and fast rules on those groups. Now, if you have a collective in Texas or a collective at Auburn or Alabama, Georgia, they can only provide contract deals for the athletes if they are for a specific business purpose. And then that business purpose not only has to be announced, the compensation has to comply with fair market value rules. So the NCAA has hired third-party accounting firm Deloitte. Deloitte is going to review any contract over $600 for any athlete in the United States, and they will decide if the services being rendered meet with the fair market value. And then the third and final thing is athletes are given free rein to contract directly with third-party consumer groups. So athletic apparel groups, sports drinks, video games.
That's what NIL was designed to do,
right.
That part
That's
right
right
there.
So the boosters and the collectives are now under control, possibly. And Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, they can contract directly with an athlete if they want. Those companies are not under any obligation to comply with fair market value rules. So that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But that'll fall into more of a straight professional athlete endorsement deal.
I mean, what a change college sports have taken in the past 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not so sure for the better.
I don't think it is. I haven't met anybody that likes the new structure. I mean, obviously the athletes like it because they're benefiting, and I don't blame them. If I were in their shoes, I'd get all I could get too. But
I have a different take. I think the name, image, and likeness value is created not by the athlete, but when the university gives the athlete their jersey to wear.
I agree with that.
All these guys are great in high school. I have total respect for what they've accomplished in their first 17 years. But Nike's not interested in them until they put on Auburn's jersey or Georgia's jersey, or And so they've kind of got it reversed. They make it appear that as though the athlete is bringing the notoriety to the university, and I don't see that.
I've got one more point. We got to get out for TV. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thanks, Travis, for being with us. Really, really appreciate him. I'm going to have him on again very soon, maybe at the end of all the Malcolm stuff. You can come back and kind of catch us up. But again, appreciate everybody. We'll be back with you next week for more of the Auburn Blitz. Have a great weekend.